We're going squatching.
We're going
Quick cuts. Loose leaf edition.
Welcome back. I lost my headphones. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Josh still, just a little more tan.
I continue to be Lennon. Did you almost say I am Zach?
No, I am not Zach, and I didn't almost say Zach. I didn't know what I was going to say, but thank you for joining us. This is Don't Touch My Sasquatch. I was a robot. We explore controversial topics with energy and a good laugh. We're two guys that have a love and passion for these topics, things you may have heard of, but don't know the full stories of yet. We're here to tell you those stories, share our opinions, and let you come to your own conclusions. We'll do this research so you don't have to. I'm playing with two cameras right now. Sorry. Yeah. Always keep your mind open to the possibilities that things may not always be as they appear.
They might not be. Well, turn you down after that one. I'm just kidding.
That was high pitch. Well, today we're going to sit back and relax along with you listeners as we discuss some provocative... Oh.
What?
Not today. Not today.
That's an incredible mess up.
Oh shit. We're gonna sit back with you listeners and discuss some thought-provoking topics, a couple sassy articles, and questions that make you say, Now sit back, relax, and put your tinfoil hats on as we dive into another edition of Quick Cuts.
Quick cuts. Loose leaf edition. I haven't said that in a while.
I know. Some provocative topics.
I love
a couple sassy articles.
That was awesome. Listeners,
shit.
in case you don't know, we completely changed up the whole, not message, but what we're about. We're going to read some cryptid-based fan fiction now.
That's right. Little Sasquatch erotica.
It's good. It's good.
My eye is watering now.
Yeah, you
slideshow. Let's go.
Hey, before we get into that, I just want to say,
tell me it.
From me and all the listeners, welcome back.
They don't know I was gone.
Well, I know you were gone.
Yeah, they have no clue I was gone. We didn't
welcome
reference
back. You look refreshed. You look energized, tan.
Oh, it was great walking on the beach.
Yeah,
almost every day.
Yeah,
and actually relaxing.
It's good. You need that.
By the way, good thing I didn't have to do any editing on the videos or anything while I was gone, like we were talking I might have to.
Sure.
No Wi-Fi.
Oh, no shit.
I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
But
you busted your ass, you buckled down, and you got some shit done.
That was a busy Sunday. It was a busy Sunday.
You're a good man.
But while on vacation.
Yeah.
In the south of the border. In the south of the border? No. Located south of the border.
We're south of the Canadian border.
Yeah, we are. We're south of the equator.
Okay. We're getting there.
Where is the equator? I was located somewhere around the equator. Puerto Vallarta, on the beach, sitting there at night, beautiful sunset, looking at a star. The star starts blinking.
Yeah.
Now, I thought it was weird. Apparently, this is normal for the star. It's Sirius. The star Sirius.
Oh.
Something to do with the way the light hits our atmosphere makes it look like it's strobing.
Sure.
Red, green, and blue.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
It is.
But at first I was like, what the fuck is that? And because I said...
I saw it!
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, what is that? And it's not moving. It's stationary. So obviously it's a star. I did a little research. It's blinking. But I zoomed in on it. And that's where...
the mystery is.
For me. So I zoomed in on it. And then once I saw what I saw, which we'll get into in a second, I zoomed in on other stars and saw completely different.
Yeah.
So that made me question a couple things. So let's get started. If you open your slideshow, I was smart this time. First slide, normal star, zoomed in at 100. You see how it looks? It looks like a normal star. Just a light with a diamond shape. Mm-hmm. Easy peasy. Nothing weird about it.
Right.
Not a thing.
Yep.
Next slide. I know you've already seen these photos, but it's easier just to go through.
Well, now I have a class to tell me which one's which, so I like this. Okay.
Sirius star, zoomed in 100 times. What do you see?
I definitely see a geometrical pattern in the center of it, and it's not as luminescent around the edges, and it's spherical.
It looks like something's blocking it.
Yeah.
And I didn't include all 100 photos I took of it, but every single photo had this in there. I want to call it like a hexagon looking. I can't even describe it. Honeycomb, maybe.
I think four-leaf clover shape.
Think of your classic space station in the sky, the circle with the, of course, if you're a video watcher, you're seeing it right now, but it kind of looks like there's a space station in the middle of the star.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Now, hit the star. Don't hit the star. Next one. Sirius star zoomed in when it was at night. Now you can see the color. It's a little bit more illuminated. So the first night.
Thank you.
Night, motherfucker. All right. The first photo of Sirius was taken at dusk, so sun was still up and you could still see it. This one was pitch black out. So now it shows the color. There's also a green one and a yellow one.
But there's still that same pattern.
Exactly. Just to show that it's still there. It wasn't the sun doing anything. Mind you, there's about 50 photos of normal stars, and they all look like the first slide I showed you.
Right. Now, I've taken a couple pictures of stars myself because our S22 Ultra does a lot of cool camera stuff. S22 Ultra does a lot.
Just look at every camera.
I know, it's fucking me up now. And I always get stars that come out the same way as your first one.
Yes.
But
now, I don't know if where we're located, if we can see the star Sirius or not in the night sky. It was a little lower than normal, but I don't know in
normal which way you're saying.
It's west.
Yeah.
So
maybe
we're way more east, but
we'll see.
The curvature of the Earth. Sorry, flat earthers. The Earth is round.
Glad you said that. I guess something about that later on.
Beautiful. So, anyway, who cares about geography right now? I want to, before we get to the last slide, which I already think I spoiled it on vacation because I was like, what the fuck is this? Thoughts, questions. I mean, not questions. I don't have answers, but.
What is it?
It's a star. It's Sirius, the star.
Yeah. Sorry, my mic didn't want to move.
That's okay.
So, say
fixed.
There was an incredible 1 in a trillionth chance that you took a picture of a star at the exact moment that, say, the ISS, which I know it doesn't look like that, passed right in front of it. It would be like astronomical, but possible.
Of course.
The fact that you got in multiple pictures doesn't
over the span 2 hours.
Okay,
2 hours.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that one.
Literally from dusk when the sun was going down to, I think it was 10:30 at night.
Right. In nature, symmetry happens a lot.
Yes.
So the point I was going with that, I don't know. But the fact that it's symmetrical and it's out of place, and that's the big thing to me. But it's in the same location on every picture.
Yes.
So it's not a trick of the camera off the first picture to the second picture.
Same location and same shape.
Yes.
Design, whatever you want to call it.
So whatever that is there on that. I think maybe it might not be a star.
Okay. And we'll get into that if you would click the next button.
Got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's still another star. Sirius.
Got it.
That's it. Green. Click it again.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There was a boat in the middle of the ocean. Well, it was in the middle of the bay. I'm sorry. Sure. And it had a light. I don't know if it was spotlighting or what the hell it was doing, but it was a light, a man-made light on a boat.
Yep.
I took 100 times zoom of that light for some weird reason.
Okay.
I don't know why I did it, but I decided to. And what you're looking at and what the YouTube listeners are looking at is, please describe it.
It's damn near the same fucking image.
Pretty damn close, right?
Right.
That's a legit flashlight. Yeah. Or whatever's on the boat. It's a light from a boat, a man-made light.
Yeah, and it looks exactly the same. I can do this now.
You can. Yes. I don't know if you're shaking because I can't see the other camera, but
good. Now,
I want to hear your thoughts on this. This is
from you being there and witnessing it in person. Yes. Was Sirius brighter than all the stars around it?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. Not like
the
not
brightest
like
thing.
not like the North Star. No.
Okay.
That was extremely bright, and then I'd say it was as bright. That one was as bright as the other bright stars.
Yeah.
So it didn't stick out in any other. Only thing it caught my mind was the strobing of the colors, which like weird. I said, I looked it up because I was curious about it.
Yeah.
And it is because let me rephrase that. They say it's because of the way the light from Sirius traveling through hits our atmosphere, and it makes it give a strobing effect of, as you saw from the other pictures, green, blue, yellow.
Yeah.
But regardless, when I zoomed in, every single time, that's what I got.
It's weird. I've said that 100 times. I
know.
But I think, see, where I was going with that, my thought process in my head was maybe something about the bright, small bright light. Mm-hmm. Maybe it gives off something in the camera that makes it look like this.
And that's what I was thinking. But I took pictures to other
bright stars.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, nothing.
Actually, the photo that was in this was the North Star.
Oh.
That was that photo.
Okay.
That you saw. All the other photos looked the same. They were just a little smaller. That's all.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
It's weird that it's exactly the same as a physical light source.
Sorry, we might get distracted and look over every once in a while because our phones are right there.
We got phones set up right next to our viewing now.
Reaction cam, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how it works.
Instead of both of us just going like this, looking at our watches.
At least we look at a camera now.
Yeah, it's definitely odd. But what are you thinking about this then?
So I thought it was just a weird play on maybe the distance of Sirius or maybe the way the atmosphere hit it.
Yeah.
Until I took that photo that you're looking at right now, and I said, "Wait a fucking minute."
Yeah.
Like I can buy the whole atmosphere making the strobing effect, but why the hell, when I zoom in at 100, does it basically have the exact same look as the light, whatever the hell that light is?
Yeah.
When I zoom in at 100, that's where I got confused, and then I thought, okay, a lot of the stories from Anunnaki and all the other ancient alien type stuff say they came from the star Sirius.
Oh, so, shit. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So then I was sitting there thinking that night, is the star Sirius a star or a giant space station?
Oh.
That is in our solar system, maybe not necessarily where we could see. Now you might say, well, we have all these telescopes, we would see that, blah, blah, blah. But
they can block that shit.
Would the government tell you that? I'm not saying that's what it is. This is just, again,
that's an interesting theory.
This is something that makes you say, It's thought-provoking. I wanted to bring it up to you because that's my thought. Like, you got a man-made light. That's what it looks like. You got a star. None of the other stars look like that. They're just a light.
Yeah.
As you saw from the first one.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
But this one star that's blinking looks like that when I zoom in. And if you have an S22 Ultra and you can see the star Sirius, I urge you to also zoom in on it. The blinking star.
Now, I am wondering if future us.
Yeah. This is cut type of thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see right now if we are able to see that Sirius from.
Because you could do the same thing.
That, but I'm also wondering if we get our hands on. It doesn't have to be an expensive one, but like a telescope. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
A Sirius star. What would you say? Viewing,
dude.
What?
Your grandpa, my stepdad, has that thing that attaches to his phone. It was going in my face. That thing that attaches to his phone that is a binocular, and he can record.
Oh, really?
So we can take our 100 zoom and use that, whatever zoom he has. Hey, can we borrow that?
That's right. Hey,
we don't have to buy anything. He has one.
Sweet. So see the brightest star in the night sky.
North Star.
No, that's it.
What's it?
Says see Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
From the mid-northern latitudes, such as most of the U.S., Sirius rises in the southeast, arcs across the southern tip, and sets in the southwest.
So wait a minute. Is the star Sirius not the one that blinks then? Because that was not the brightest star in the sky. Did I get the wrong star?
I don't know.
Whatever the hell star it was.
How did you find out it was Sirius? Did you use that app?
I have a app, yeah.
Okay. So Sirius is pretty much right in line with Orion's belt.
Okay.
So if you
where is it in terms of the Little Dipper?
Excellent question.
Because this was if you're looking at it, Little Dipper was here and this star was here on the left a little bit.
See, that's relative to what latitude you're at.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't know. I was in Puerto Vallarta, wherever the fuck latitude that is.
Yeah. Well, either way, some weird anomaly was captured.
Okay, if it wasn't Sirius, it was a star. It blinks in the sky.
But here's the thing. I do see blinking stars in the sky sometimes. I have seen them.
I've seen blinking stars, but not one that changes colors.
Yes, exactly. And I think that the blinking is explainable.
Yes, of course.
But the changing color is definitely odd. So I think if we kept our eye out for this blinking star, we're going to say it's Sirius.
Find the west side. Look west at night, and if we could see it, we could see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
We'll get our hands on something to zoom in on some stars and see what we got.
Yeah. Either way, this was a star.
Yes.
It
has a weird anomaly.
Blinking a couple things, whatever. Yeah. And I thought it was a star Sirius because it says that's the one that blinks in the sky. Because of the atmosphere hitting the light or the light hitting the atmosphere, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's the photo of the flashlight from the boat or the spotlight from the boat, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And you come to your own conclusion. I would be interested, but mine was I'm questioning if it is the star Sirius. Yeah. I'm questioning if that is actually a star now.
Sure.
Or if it's a spaceship and that's where the aliens come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, exactly.
Because
it's the SS Sirius.
The aliens come from the star Sirius or whatever the hell they say.
Right.
Come from Sirius. I don't even think they say star. They say Sirius.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my theory. I'm just
it's definitely
something that makes me question it. So I wanted your thought.
We put this on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, we can.
Okay, so yeah, we'll put it on Instagram for you guys' thoughts. Definitely comment what you think, and we'll talk about it.
I'll screenshot the from the phone and then just send you them over so that they have the flashlight zoom and all that stuff like that.
I'll do a couple side by sides. I can do that.
Yeah.
So
because right now this is a slide. You can't just take the photo. So,
no, exactly. Yeah. But yeah,
easy peasy.
It's wild stuff. It's definitely, and you can see the different picture of different color changes. It's pretty weird.
I can see which ones you're looking at. That's actually
I could
cool.
see which ones you were on too.
Yeah.
It's that shape though that's so odd.
All three photos have it.
Yes.
Got the normal white, blue, green. All of it have it.
It's funky.
And then you have the obvious flashlight. And then you got the North Star. Or normal star, I should say. Completely different, just bright light.
Yeah.
That's
with the luminescence on it and everything.
Ugh. So that is my thought-provoking topic I wanted to bring up and discuss, and really gets me thinking about this, if that's the star Sirius. Is Sirius a star?
It's an interesting theory. It's pretty wild.
I don't know. I don't know how many people have actually zoomed in on the damn thing.
Right, and now we have our telescope phones.
Oh, we've had the telescope phones, but now we've actually.
I mean, we as a race.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
please hit me with one of your.
That was interesting. Now I had something happen to me the other day.
What'd you have happen?
I want to know if this has ever happened to you and what your thoughts are on this.
Got it.
Have you ever woken up one morning, awoke, and everything just felt like something's a little off? Not so much like, I don't feel it today, but like, this just doesn't seem like my reality.
Oh, okay.
Everything just seems like something's just slightly different than what it was the day before.
I can say yes to that, but I've never thought it's not my reality. I just thought something was off. Like,
Okay.
Something feels off. Yeah.
So the reason I say, I'm glad you said that. The reason I say this isn't my reality. So this happened to me the other morning. I woke up in a different manner than I usually wake up. You know, I kind of have a routine. I get up.
You were flaccid instead of hard for once.
No.
You woke up looking in the mirror and said, "Damn, I've lost a lot of weight and I'm looking fucking sexy, baby." Now, last episode and this episode's a 2-week difference. You probably look at Lennon and say, "Wow, he looks a lot thinner in the face." He does.
Thank you.
It's great. Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Sexy.
Great.
Let's go.
So something seemed a little different.
That's not my Lennon.
I can't point out specifics due to it was more of a feeling, but there was one specific thing that made me bring up the reality thing. I was on my way to work in my car listening to music, and Last Resort by Papa Roach came on.
Okay. Yep.
And it sounded different to me than what I remember. Now, that is a song I've listened to for years and years and years.
Right. You listen to Papa Roach?
Listen here, motherfucker. I listen to good music.
I just had to say that because you said that about Imagine Dragons.
I can't believe you listen to Imagine Dragons.
I can't believe you listen to Papa Roach.
I have Imagine Dragons on my phone. I will give you that. But my ghost doesn't wake me up with it.
No, the ash and dust.
So it came on, and as I said, I've listened to the song hundreds of times.
Yes.
And it sounded off to me. Now, sometimes Apple Music will do a thing where it'll be, it randomly will replace a song in my library that's already downloaded with a different version of that song, such as I have the explicit version of a song, and it'll put in the clean, censored version of the song.
Right.
But so I thought maybe that was the case. So I looked at it, and I opened it up, and it was, nope, that's the album it's on, and I clicked on it, and I was like, nope, it's the explicit version. It's the same version. I was like, maybe this is like on a deluxe edition. It's a different recording where sometimes they'll do like studio sessions or whatever. Nope, it's the original. And I went to their greatest hits album or whatever, Essentials. Same thing there. Every version I could find of this was the same version that all sounded off to me. And I was like, this is weird. This is not what I remember of this song, and it was just funky. So that got me thinking. I'm like, this whole morning's been off, and now it's kind of like a Mandela effect type deal.
Right.
And what's the explanation people have for Mandela effect is that we slip into an alternate reality.
Dimensions or realities coming together.
So I was just thinking of that. Yeah, I just was thinking that morning, and it was odd. And then everything else throughout the rest of the day just felt weird too. But it happens to me once in a while. But that was like one of the first times I could really like pinpoint something that isn't right to me. So I just curious any thoughts on that.
I've never had that experience. I've woke up and felt off.
Yeah,
something's off, but I've never experienced that.
Yeah,
I've never thought, oh, this song doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I've no.
I played the song for my brother.
What day was this, please?
This was, let's see, he was, I gave
I
him a ride to work, which was Friday morning.
Friday morning?
Yeah.
So weird thing, no joke. I didn't think to say this because it's just a clock, right?
Yeah.
So my eyes just started watering. Thursday night.
Yeah.
I was sleeping. I woke up to the sound. You know atomic clocks, and they set the time based off the satellites and all that. Well, I have one that's an atomic
clock,
analog clock.
Oh, okay.
So when it, time goes back or forward depending on daylight savings, it does.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So you had this loud ticking noise, which is normal.
Yeah.
Nothing weird there. I woke up in the middle of the night to it doing that, and I thought, oh, maybe it just had the wrong date or something. It did it for an awfully long time, but obviously if you're going like an hour forward, should only have done it a couple seconds. But my head being sleeping, I'm thinking, oh, it has to go an hour behind, so it has to go all the way around. And then obviously we sprang forward, not back.
But not Thursday night.
Not Thursday night. I just thought it had the wrong date. Anyways.
Yeah.
When I woke up that morning, and still, right now, this is Friday morning. 2 days ago, according to us, the clock was 4 hours behind.
Really?
The atomic clock that's supposed to have the, right time. I can't think. Maybe it's a different time zone. Maybe it switched time zones on me, but it's all connected to a satellite.
Yeah.
I can't change the time zone.
Huh.
Has no connection.
Sure.
Probably is just my clock
the fact that happened to
broken.
me Friday morning and that.
But maybe the clock is broken and it's just a weird fucking set of coincidences. Or as you like to say.
Yeah, what's the word?
Synchronicities.
There it is.
Anyways, it
strange.
Strikes me as weird.
Yeah.
And I would never have brought up the clock thing if I didn't think like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So that was, I don't know what time it was that night, but it was Thursday night going into Friday.
Yeah.
And I woke up to and still have the clock being 4 hours behind. So right now it says
the incorrect time.
Yeah.
That's weird. Did you have anything else? Did you feel off Friday? Do you remember?
Nothing fell off. Everything felt great. Nothing was weird. I thought it was weird that the clock was 4 hours behind all of a sudden when it was correct time the night before when I went to sleep.
Yeah.
And it did that in the middle of the night. I don't know what time. That all felt weird, but it wasn't like, oh, this is weird. I just thought, oh, the clock is broken. The clock is broken.
Yeah.
But if we matched up to your story,
Yeah.
could there be something there? Maybe. It's probably just a coincidence, honestly.
Probably.
But I wanted to bring it up.
I played,
Anyways.
I played the song so my brother's car's getting worked on, so I took him to work with me because we work together. So just for context,
You're fine. You're fine.
He listens to the same music as I.
Yes.
And I was like, let me play this for you and tell me if this sounds off. And he's like, yeah, what is this? It's like a different version. Because I didn't give him any context. I was like, tell me what you think of this if it sounds off. He's like, what version is this? Or whatever he said. And I was like, it's the original that we've heard all our lives, all his life and half mine. But yeah, so I don't know. And he's listened to it many times too. So that was just a very weird incident that I had happened to me. And as I said, it happens not frequently, but it's happened in the past. But this is the first time I was able to nail down something as off. So I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I haven't had that experience in terms of extensive as you do.
Yeah,
I've had the experience of that it feels off today.
Yeah.
But that could just be me being groggy. I can't really constitute that. No, my normal experiences in my apartment are just there's someone in here with me.
Demonic torture.
Weird. And okay, little insight. Most nights when I'm either listening to the episode after you do the audio version, or I'm listening to a book on tape or music or whatever,
sure.
I walk.
You pace.
I pace.
I did.
Like it's a circle in my apartment, and a lot of times, remember I told you back a couple months ago, I don't remember exactly when, that I, in a dream, remember looking down and seeing the face. So I'm walking, every once in a while, I'll see in that doorway in my apartment that leads to the hallway to the bathroom. Okay, in that doorway.
Yep.
When I walk past it, and it could be just reflection on the glasses. But sometimes I don't wear glasses. Yeah. Anyways, I see something there.
Okay.
White. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I have a candle always lit for a little bit of light, and I just like candles. I like the smell of candles. Fuck it.
He's a man. He'll admit it.
I don't care. What the fuck? So it could be a reflection.
Yeah.
100%. But there's always something there. I saw that a lot since coming home from Playa del Carmen. Like every night I've walked, I've seen that.
That's wild.
And it's just creeping the fuck out of me right now.
Do you have your camera set up in your apartment to aim at it?
I do. And last night it went off, but nothing recorded, which is not how it works.
Exactly.
I remember it going off because I got the cold sweat. Every time it goes off and I'm awake, my body just like a fear thing. It's not like something happens to me, but I'm just like, oh shit, there's something in here. Don't move. And I freeze up. And then my phone.
You feel the adrenaline tingle down your
exactly.
shoulders.
My phone did the vibration thing because it alerts me when there's a recording. And I don't look at it, and I say, I'll look at it in the morning. There was nothing there. It did the alert. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
Only thing I can think of is I was at 6 a.m. this morning.
Oh, this happened recently.
Only thing I can think of is that was at 6 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
Oh, yes, it did happen recently. This happened last night. At 6 a.m. this morning, and that's when my camera turns off automatically, and you'll have the same click sound.
Yeah.
And then I'll still get a notification saying alarm disarmed. That could be it. And it was just pitch black, but I don't think it's pitch black at 6 a.m. I don't really know right now.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes,
it is? So it could have been just my camera turning off. I take it back. I thought it was later because it was so dark. It was pitch black in my apartment, which I'm not used to, I guess. All right. Well, maybe that was nothing. Maybe that was just my camera turning off. What a fucking idiot. Anyways.
I don't think so.
Anyways.
Yeah.
It did go off twice while I was on vacation.
That's weird.
Absolutely nothing in the videos.
Yeah.
Like zero. Zilch.
So you've got it aiming at that hallway.
I got aiming at the whole bedroom and then the hallway.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know how I would, because of the way your apartment's set up, I don't know how I would function I would do the same thing you do when that alarm went off,
Yes.
and I'm
Yep.
in there, and I'm like, do you have
Because
any?
that's right there, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
it's not like, oh, it's on the other side of the room. Can I see? No, that's
right there.
I'm right there.
Is your head at the hallway end, or is it at the outside end?
Other
Okay.
end. My feet are at the hallway end. I
So
usually,
you can see it.
yeah. Luckily, most times when this time when the alarm went off, I was laying on my back, and that's when most of the scary shit happens.
Yeah.
Is when I'm on my side, but still on my back facing.
Inward.
Yeah, inward. So my back is to everything.
Yeah, I can't do that.
If I can, I don't know if I explained that right, but I think you get.
I know
I'm
what you're
facing the wall.
Yeah.
So I can look down and see my hallway. Well, see the corner. I can't
Yep.
see the hallway, as you know. But yeah, anyways, that's.
I don't know how you do
is-
it, man.
Well, it's the nights that creep me out. It's redundant, but it is. Those are the nights I think, God, I cannot wait till I get my house after I do all this.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, honest to God, I really want to record something on the video outside of those, whatever they were. I don't
Orbs.
orbs, but I don't believe in orbs, so therefore I don't ever bring them up to the podcast or even show the video other than to you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, got on a really big
Spooky
tangent,
shit.
but still relevant.
Very.
Yeah, that fucking apartment though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's something there, and
It's gotta be.
I know they say don't investigate your place, but I really want to actually investigate it. Really want to investigate it. I'm borderline with the fucking camera, but I really want to just, all right, let's sit down, have,
Do you want to poke the bear?
poke the bear. But
Yeah, man, that's
with what has happened there,
Yeah.
I don't think poking the bear is smart because I think it's more, I don't know if it's demonic, but not nice.
not friendly.
It's not friendly.
No.
Not friendly.
Not like what we saw at our investigation site. There was some friendly ones.
Had to be.
Had to be.
I mean,
Because everything I saw, which I saw a couple things, was just like, hey, hi guys.
or when we communicated with it, it was just a,
What's up?
yeah, did you just touch my ear?
Check
Yes.
out my Instagram.
Oh, shit. What's my name? Lennon. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was
Orion.
dope. It was dope.
Nobody didn't say my name.
Can you touch what part of my arm got touched? It was my elbow.
It was
right?
your calf.
My calf.
It was Ryan's arm because
Ryan's
you
arm.
told him to touch
Yeah.
his arm, and then the cold spot went over to, which was really weird. But it wasn't a cold spot like I thought it was. It was just it got colder over there.
But it jumped from my leg there.
Yes. Anyways, that's,
Check
that's
out
why-
episode 10.
We'll
And I have my phone case in my hand.
yeah, the phone. You can't really do anything with our phones there. We'll have another investigation this summer.
Yes. Yes, we
we
will.
haven't talked about it, but I'm putting my foot down. I want another investigation.
So do I. So do I.
All right.
And we're gonna go with fucking equipment, and it's gonna
We're
be
gonna have as
well,
much
more equipment.
what we can afford.
We're gonna get fucking. I'm buying the GoPro for my brother, or I'll buy my own.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
have
the spirit
shit.
box. We'll have a recorder probably.
Very excited. I want to do another one. I want to do
But
more of the investigation.
yes,
Stuff,
absolutely.
'cause that was so much fun.
And making sure it's like you, me, and Orion, and maybe if your cousin, my niece, is in town, yes,
Yes.
but not a special trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say names because, well, you already know her name, but who cares? Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
I'm hands down spring.
Hey,
I
if
want to go
there's-
as fast as soon as possible, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we'll go to the not the Mary Celeste, the Mary Ann.
I would
Mary-
Mary Celeste. Let's find out what happened to those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
The Queen Mary.
Queen Mary. Thank you.
Yep. And then the Hotel de Coronado.
Yes.
That's that haunted one in San Diego.
Yeah. So all of the hotels.
Yeah. But some, yeah.
And
So you
those
guys got suggestions for some cool haunted locations we should check out?
I know, but you see, I don't know if that's going to be a main cast episode. Our
It
findings.
might not be.
It
On
doesn't
the
really,
note of that,
yeah. What's up?
check out our Patreon to find out what cool competition we have going on right now, where we got a competition, best of 5 episode series, where one of us has to eat the hot chips that are Packy. I'll just show you a fucking picture.
Just open. Hey, we recorded one of them today. Someone had to eat a hot chip already.
That's the chip you should eat. Or,
No.
That's the chip the loser has to eat. But yeah, check out the Patreon, and you'll get the bonus episodes. You get bonus video episodes. Discounts on merch. We're going to have some cool new merch dropping this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get all sorts of awesome shit. You support us.
Caught.
He's caught.
Sorry.
He's struggling over there. But anyway, the best of 5 series, the loser has to eat this bad mamma jamma. The 1 chip challenge.
Hey, at least you only have to eat 1 chip, whoever loses.
Yeah. You don't have to go all in.
Yeah.
All in is 1 chip.
It is.
But we've got 2 in the bag so far, and you can see who won and lost both
1 and
of
2,
those.
yeah. On the backlogs.
But anyway, just a little Patreon ad break. Check it out.
All our dedicated fans, play along. I would love to know how many questions you got right. Or if you think one of us is unfair and giving too hard of questions.
And one of us is just an idiot and bad at answering questions.
Or one of us is just got something working for him.
Something is right.
Something is right.
Yes. Anyway, this ad break was brought to you by Don't Touch My Sasquatch, patreon.com.
Go down into the description, hit the link. It's a quick little sign up. Do the $5. You get all that he just said.
Yeah.
The only thing you don't get is the higher tiers. You get a little bit more exclusive stuff and early access. And $5 will get you everything he just talked about, though.
Yeah.
Let's just stick with that.
You can read the options when you get there.
Exactly. We're not getting into that. But what we're going to get into.
Yeah.
Was that your last discussion point?
Go for it.
Topic, article time. You get a little brief. I guess this is kind of like a preview of our articles for Patreon when we do that episode.
Sure.
Because we're reading articles. Or I'm reading articles this time. I'm going to read about the Bigfoot of Battle Mountain.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
In Nevada. So in August of 1999, wildfires were raging in a forest near Battle Mountain, Nevada. Many state and federal agencies were on location to aid in putting out the fire, or at least containing it. Agencies like U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife, Department of Interior, the Bureau of Land Management, and, of course, multiple fire units and all that.
I was about to say multiple sclerosis.
No! Terrible. According to an eyewitness on site, it didn't specify what agency he was in, or they were in. Didn't even specify gender, so... But, according to that person... firefighters had captured an injured Sasquatch and were trying to tend to its burns. On August 7th of 1999, they submitted a report to the BFRO, or as Lennon likes to call it,
BFRO.
But it was deemed credible. It was not deemed credible and therefore never published. But there was an interview with this guy from someone who thought it was credible.
Okay.
So here is their reported sighting, not plural. Sorry.
Okay.
While working on the fire, the witness and the emergency personnel watched a large, hair-covered creature come crawling out of the forest on all fours. I quote, "Not like a bear, like an ape."
Okay.
And the witness explained, is what I meant to say. So obviously bears on all four, apes kind of do this weird swinging thing. You know how that goes. I don't need to describe how it goes. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
My child. The creature was approximately 7.5 feet tall with human-like arms and legs. The face was not like that of a man or an ape, but somewhere in between. The creature's genitalia was like that of an uncircumcised male human. There's your reaction cam next time. Hair covered most of the animal's body except the chest. The palms of the hand were bare with 5 fingers, including an opposable thumb. Thumbs. So you had 2. Do this.
Okay.
The head was not sloped, but the forehead was heavy boned. It's like you're a fucking dastardly. The head was not sloped, but the forehead was heavy boned. The lips were large but human-like.
I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
The ears were human-like and tight to the head. The earlobes were attached to the head and not dangling, and it had a strong jaw. And it was a strong jaw. I said it right the first time. The creature exuded a natural odor similar to a strong equine smell. Horse smell.
A horse smell, okay.
Yeah. That was his description. That was their description of the creature.
Yeah.
It's very, very detailed and very similar to a lot of stuff you hear from witnesses too. The description was.
It's old Wild Tom.
Old Randy coming to say hello. How you doing? I got burned. I'm going to go to fucking Himalayas because this shit is not happening again.
There's not many fires out in the wilderness of Himalayas.
I'm going to miss my hole. But
never should have left.
we'll find a new one. The creature.
It's Randy the prequel.
Hey, Randy's an ongoing character now. He's fan loved. The creature had sufficient.
Souffle. He had a souffle.
The creature had suffered serious burns to its hands, feet, legs, and trunk, with much of the creature's hair singed off.
That's how he got burned. He was making a souffle.
He started the fire. Fucking Randy. God damn it, dude.
Oh, Randy's a shitty cook.
He really is. Well, if he wasn't cross-eyed. The creature responded to touch with groans and moans directed towards caregivers as they tended to its injuries.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And the Himalayas, they all just run away from me.
Can I get you a business card before I leave?
Oh, shit, they were all burned.
Souffle specialist.
It seemed to realize they were trying to help it.
Cool.
The creature suffered second and third degree burns over roughly 45% of its body. It was quickly surrounded by firefighters and, according to the witness, seemed to know that he was captured and he just gave up.
Okay.
The animal just sat down on its buttocks and exhibited no will to resist. Was his quote. The creatures, I don't know why I pluralized that. The creature laid on the ground and medical personnel were summoned. The witness states that both a veterinarian and a doctor arrived and began working on the creature, and the vet deferred to the doctor as the creature looked more human-like than animal.
Can I get a doctor over here?
Yeah! I have nothing. I wanted to add something, but I had nothing.
Yeah!
Randy is a little in shock right now, so all he could say was, yeah.
Make it two! Randy's back.
The personnel in charge feared that an ambulance would attract unwanted attention, which makes complete sense, from people and media surrounding the area, as they would assume it was a firefighter that was injured.
Okay.
And want a report on the status.
This guy's fucking hairy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I don't know. So once the creature had been taken away, the 25 to 30 eyewitnesses were given strict orders not to discuss what they had seen, as always. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on the story? Remember.
I'm remembering.
It's just an eyewitness that didn't give any name, didn't give any credibility, don't know what department they work for, no information, no way to say this was true or not.
To verify.
Thank you. Couldn't think of the word.
Gotcha. That's why I'm here.
Stuck with Randy.
It's an interesting story.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Bigfoot Han Solo Yeti or Han Solo Chewbacca story
that we really didn't get into, but that was an awesome story.
Point. Yes. Oh. A lot of these stories, is just fascinating. The interactions between, I'd like to believe them to be true. Yeah. But as with most things, until you have that proof, it's, but it's a fascinating story and Absolutely. I like it. A lot of things line up with most accounts, descriptions, except for like the tameness of it. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, Randy's just, the souffle blew up in his face. He's a little calm.
He survived Mount St. Helens and he tried to help his friends out.
Yep.
He survived this fire.
Yep.
And he said, fuck this. I am going
to the Himalayas.
Even though this was before then. Who cares?
Yeah.
No, this was 1999. Sorry, this was after. That's right. Mount St. Helens on this one. All right. Yeah, he's won the Himalayas.
Yeah, and that's where he got his love of fighting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you think of the story?
Me, I'm going to play both sides right now. Okay. So the genericness of the story is something that sticks out to me because it is so similar to eyewitness accounts everywhere. The status quo of what you see, what blah, 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 outside of the tameness of it.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking Mount St. Helens, where very similar stories.
Yeah.
20 years, or almost 20 years apart. Anyways.
Yeah.
On the other side, if this person was telling the story to get notoriety and fame and blah, 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 there's no name to it.
Yeah.
There's nothing but eyewitness.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just the article I read. Maybe the other article with the actual interview that I could not find. I didn't know which one to look at because I am not full.
Yeah, you go here and here, and I got here and here.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure if we're using these, how this is going to work. Anyways,
I don't know either.
So we might just have cut to you looking at a camera that's and me going, and then it's just right here. So playing both sides. One side too generic for me.
Sure.
The other side, if it was for fame,
What's the
as long
game?
as the article is the same as the actual interview.
Yeah.
If it's for fame, why don't we have a name or
Right.
anything to do with it?
Right.
If the threat wasn't real about don't tell people.
Sure.
So both sides. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're never going to know.
Think
sadly.
we take it for what it is, as an interesting story.
Yes.
Yes.
That was one. Now I got one. Humble beginnings.
Great.
Randy.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. This is his tale. Okay.
That's how he lost it.
Clark National Forest, Missouri. He gets around. Okay.
He's
got
everywhere.
Missouri, Nevada, Oregon. He went boom, boom, boom.
Well, he's got his own private jet, you know.
Well, when things happen, okay, Missouri was a nice town. He goes, I'm going to go to Nevada.
Sure.
Shit, my place burned down. I got to go to fucking Mount St. Everest. We're gonna see-
Mount St. Everest.
I didn't mean Mount St. Everest. I'm going to go to Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the mountains, you know. I'm going to
And
stick with the
shit
mountains.
burned down.
Well, you know, he wanted to meet his cousins, the goddamn mountain devils.
Hey, he said the thing.
I did. And then that place burned down. And then he went to, I said this all backwards. He went to Mount St. Helens first. Then he tried Nevada.
He's an elusive bastard.
Whatever. We're getting really deep in here. Let's just talk about it. Clark National Forest, Missouri.
Yeah.
Slabtown Springs, 1977.
Build on
This-
the slab.
Yes. This comes from the website. Sorry. Yes. This comes from the website bigfootencounters.com.
Okay.
It's a website I didn't come across, but I heard about from a different podcast. Bigfoot Society, I think it was called.
Okay.
Anyways, shout out to them. I was listening to one of their episodes. They read this exact story, and all I could think of was Randy.
Yeah.
And I had to read it, but also it has a lot of cool tales on there, first-hand accounts and stories. So
Sweet.
this is just one of them.
Awesome.
Slabtown Springs area, late afternoon. My wife and I were four-wheeling with a friend, following one of the many trails that used to be open to the public. We came upon a beautiful meadow that bordered the Big Piney River. If I said that wrong, Missourians, I'm sorry.
Missouri.
Missourians. Big Piney River. Across the river was a line of very sheer cliffs standing about 100 to 150 feet high,
Damn.
pocketed with many holes.
Holes.
I channeled Randy. It was such a pleasant place, we decided to get out and stretch our legs. We just stood there, gabbing and taking in the view.
Okay.
I was looking very intently at those cliffs across the river, thinking about how much fun it would be to climb up and explore some of those holes. Sorry. Sounds like Lennon.
Hey.
As my vision swept across the cliffs, my eyes were attracted to something that didn't quite fit. An object protruding from one of the highest holes. I focused in on it, and it moved, and then withdrawed into the hole. Very quickly. I only saw it for a few seconds. I tried to tell my wife and friend what I saw, but they thought I was just joking. What I think I saw was an arm. An arm that had very long hair, much like an orangutan. but very dark in color.
Did he have a business card in his hand?
He was trying to give him my card. No, fine. Just get back in here.
I got a whole stack of them down here. I got them sitting on. Got to get rid of these business cards.
Possibly a black hair. I was finishing the sentence, sorry.
Thank you.
But very dark in color, possibly black.
Got it.
I've decided that the animal whose arm I saw was actually leaning out of the hole, balancing itself with its arm resting on the edge of the hole, watching us. When it realized I was looking at it, it yanked its arm back extremely fast.
Thunk.
How you doing? Oh shit, he sees me. Let me get in the hole. I like a picture is just a oh, they caught me.
Just chilling on top.
During the 80s, the forest was closed to off-road vehicles, and many of the trailheads were dozed over. Sadly. I've been back in the forest many times.
The fuck is this thing? Oh, it's burying me.
Well, I mean, that is why Randy had to move to Everest.
Had to dig himself out of that fucking hole.
Like, oh, they're taking down my goddamn forest. Oh, my forest burned down. Oh, my forest burned down again. Fine, we'll go to the Himalayas. So now we're in the Himalayas. Anyways, I've been back to the forest many times camping, but I no longer find the spot where this place took.
Yeah.
The Forest Service has made it very difficult to get around there now, and the topography all looks the same. Maybe this is for the best anyways. Momo is better off undiscovered. That's Randy to you, motherfucker.
His name's Randy.
Fucking Momo. That's kind of funny, though.
We
Joking about a guy with Randy with his hole in Yeti. The next day I'm listening to this episode.
Yeah.
And this fucking Yeti with his arm sticking out of a hole comes and I'm like, perfect.
It's incredible.
Then it made me think of Mount St. Helens. And then when I was doing an article research for this, you had the Nevada fire. And all I could think of is Randy's just like
bouncing
around. Then
the guy's got the worst fucking luck.
Ends up in the Himalayas with his hole. And Reinhold Messner and the fucking Sherpas are all fucking with him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I can't get a break.
Yeah, go check out episode 40 if you're not sure who Randy is. Great episode.
Just fucking wrecking havoc.
Wrecking havoc.
I love that episode.
I did too. Yeah, you loved this so much.
I forgot every part of it.
I think we just spoiled that one. Oh God.
Shit.
Anyways,
yeah,
those are the two articles I have.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
I would say thoughts on that one, but I don't care. I was gonna say thoughts on that one, but who cares?
Gotcha.
It was a funny story. I just wanted a good laugh.
It was a good one.
It was good.
It brought back memories of Randy.
It did. He's gonna be reoccurring. Now, Lennon.
Yeah, that's me.
My friend. What is up on the docket now?
Next up, thinking. Just kidding. We got some thought-provoking questions. Some questions that make you say, Beautiful. Incredible. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? How you want to work this?
I'm going to start. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Just for the sheer purpose of, now that I've mentioned the clock thing.
Yeah.
My first question, thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Things that make you say, Do you think extraterrestrials share our same concept of time? Now, our time is based off the fact that we go around the sun and then the rotation of the Earth. What do you think about extraterrestrials?
No.
Time.
No. And let me explain.
Because there's not night and day, if you remember. They're in a spaceship.
Correct.
Potentially.
There is if I could be wrong on this one.
Of course.
Because as I've said many times in the past, I take in an abundance of knowledge in little segments, and I don't remember how much of it I remember.
It's okay.
I believe there is a actual, not to sound like Star Trek, maybe this is what I'm thinking, but there is like a star date. I think they actually have like a concept of time and space.
Okay.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that's not true. I'm going to cut that.
You don't have to cut it, but okay.
All right. What I'm thinking about actually is that I say no because, like, obviously, as you mentioned, we measure based off of Earth's time. And I think it's Venus. I think it's Venus, where their day is actually longer than its year. Its days longer than its year.
Because of the rotation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mars has a different year amount of days.
They have souls.
And different daylight
Yeah.
time as well.
Their day's called the soul. I just rewatched The Martian for the 700th time because it's amazing.
It's a great show. Movie.
Yeah. Another reason why I think no. If you have to travel mass distances across space, time dilation.
Right. Yep.
And talking about my favorite movie and the greatest movie that's ever been made in the history of movies, Interstellar. When they went down to the water planet, every hour was 7 years on Earth.
Nuts.
Yeah. So time dilation in space definitely would affect their time.
And that's all stuff we don't actually know for sure either, how far certain things affect time. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to travel across the massive distance of space, you have to be able to travel either through light speed, technology that light speed, or technology that we don't know yet, because maybe we don't know yet, whatever, or some kind of teleportation. Again, like Interstellar, you got the black holes. So time is definitely a factor.
Black holes. I just saw something that for the first time ever, they saw something come out of a black hole.
Really?
I, of course, didn't make a note or read the article, but that was the headline.
Custom.
Sorry.
I like it.
I found that interesting, and
cool.
it just jogged my memory.
Did you know that they actually have sound from a black hole?
Yes, I did know that.
It's pretty interesting. I'd like to go through it.
Do you? Are you okay with dying?
Yeah.
What a good life. What a good life. Just for science. Of course.
26.
Nobody will ever know.
20. Am I going to be 26 or 7?
27.
I'm going to be 26.
Yeah, because you're 9.5 years younger than me.
Yeah. I've been 20. I put 26 years in. I'm good.
I'm good, Chief. Can I ask you a question, though?
Yeah. Scared me.
You want to see my hole? Sorry.
Only if you got a business card. So, yeah. I think they have a different concept of time.
I agree. I have no scientific, like you just did. Beautiful job.
Thank you.
But
I like space.
The fact that our time and year and day is all based on our Earth rotation as well as our journey around the sun, and Mars is different and Venus is different and so on and so forth. Time is relative to where you live and where you are. If you are a alien race that has visited us from a distant planet or spaceship, depending on what you think of Sirius,
I like that.
You're traveling through space. There is no rotation. There is no night and day. It's all night and day at the same time.
Right.
So I don't think they experience time the same as us.
We're three-dimensional beings.
Which then leads me to a follow-up question real quick. There are...
No, we're third-dimensional beings.
Yeah, 3, not 4.
Right.
Fourth dimension is another dimension. Yeah. Seeing another... Anyways.
Well, no, fourth dimension would be like time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, in your answer and my answer, we kind of agree about them not sharing the same amount of time. When you hear these stories from witnesses that say that the extraterrestrial that talked to them said they were X amount of years old, how do you explain that? If our time is different, which I still agree with, how are they X amount of years old? How do they even know what a year is? Are they just so intelligent that they're basing it off of our solar system and our planet?
Right.
Are these people lying? Like, what is your thoughts here?
Or maybe that's the bullshit coming through and people don't think of that kind of thing when they make shit up.
Yeah.
Coming from channeling my father, who's not a skeptic. He tells me all the time when I tell him that he's not a skeptic. But it's a rational answer that he would say.
Look, you can not be a skeptic, but still say, show me the proof. Right. That's okay. But yeah.
Show me the money. We are a three-dimensional being. I don't know why I need it. Oh, fuck a duck. I accidentally closed my notes.
It's all right. You got a little time. I'll stall a little bit more for you.
We're good, don't we?
So yeah, that's something I'd actually never thought about when you hear stories of accounts of being abducted or all that stuff is the years. And this question jogged my things that make you say, portion of my brain.
Yeah.
And I thought, how do they know and have a concept of this time when it's totally different than ours in theory, in my theory, I should say, our theory.
Theory.
Is that bullshit coming through? Yeah. Is that like you're telling bullshit?
I can smell the bullshit.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, yeah, little things like that. It's the details.
Then again, they are an advanced race that fucking travel all the way through.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe they are using our concept of time then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do it, but
they might do it.
They might do it. Doesn't matter. Anyways, that's a question for all you, and you can come up with your own thoughts or write us in, as always. Lennon?
DTS@gmail.com.
Or any of our socials in the description below. What's your first, well, not first question, what's one you have?
What's the one I have? Yeah. All right, let's see. I got a few of them, and I'm not going to go through all of them. This one is interesting because I come from a conspiracy brain. What conspiracies that you currently know of do you believe to actually hold weight? Because I know there's a lot of
Assassination of JFK.
Yes, you do.
100%.
That one's a wild one.
That one we haven't covered.
No.
I don't know if we will cover. I think
it's a conspiracy.
Be cool. It's just a long one. Yeah. Very long one.
It's a history one.
It's fine.
I know.
John Wilkes Booth.
I swear to God. I'm going to jump out this window.
Anyways. Yes, I don't think he shot him. And I'm blanking on the name right now. I know it's not John Wilkes Booth. That's Abraham Lincoln. But
Lincoln. Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Thank you. I was seriously blanking hard on that.
Yeah.
But the evidence of the...
There's so much shit.
There's so much. Can't really get into it. Just long story short, he has had a military background. They always they had the blank shell that they put in so that the gun didn't jam, and then they'd have to remove before they fired. There was only one actual bullet found outside of that jam bullet. Direction of the bullet. The second bullet.
Of how many shots he got off.
That's what I was getting to.
Sorry.
The fact that he shot it so fast that he would have had to reload. And they already proved it is possible, but really fucking quick. And then shot again really quick. Yeah. And be dead on.
Accurate. Yeah.
Well, so there's a lot of other details. I think we should get into it eventually someday.
Yeah.
This year, next year, I don't really care when.
We'll do one.
It's going to be a couple episodes. But because even the aftermath of it all was kind of shady.
Yeah. The Secret Service immediately cleaning up the car before that. At the hospital parking garage.
The Lyndon B. Johnson basically celebrating after it happened. Yeah. At the airport, already ready to go.
On the plane.
Yeah.
With Jackie there.
Yeah.
Getting sworn in, at least. That was
the arrest of Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald.
The murder of him. Because he got shot.
Could go on for days.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck was his name? I gotta look it up. I'm gonna forget. It's on the tip of my tongue. Who the hell killed Lee Harvey Oswald? It was that nightclub owner. Mm-hmm. Killer. Jack Ruby.
Jack Ruby.
I don't know why I blanked on that. But I was correct. In my head. So yeah, that's a very fascinating.
That's mine.
Great.
That's mine. I think a conspiracy that's actually true. I think it was that Secret Service guy with the first fire happened, fell, and then hey, look, AK-47s were never used by Secret Service. It was the first and last day they were used. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we'll definitely dive into all those details.
Cool. Fascinating. What are
I'm gonna throw it back at you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What about yours?
Oh, what about me? Got quite a bit. Let's see. The hydro engine one is pretty wild. Let's see.
I don't even know that one. You're gonna know a lot more conspiracies than me. New World Order, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and
yeah. Sorry, that's Lil Jon.
Yeah, what the fuck, brother? You could have said. No, not that guy.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
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 It's a good video. I like that one. Oh, there's a lot of them. I definitely agree that the JFK one is one of the more legitimate ones. There's something we don't know there yet. I think that I don't know if it's so much a conspiracy, but I definitely think that we've been withheld information on alien and UFOs for decades upon decades.
100% agree with it.
I mean, we're even seeing it. We're seeing the proof of it now. Lately, in the past, 6 months with all this stuff coming out. But yeah, those two for sure. The rest of them are we'll dive into them. We got many episodes we'll do on conspiracies.
Yeah, we just touched the tip of it with the Titanic one.
Yeah, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Anyway, what else you got?
All right, now I'm going to go into the realm of the paranormal.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts about what exactly the paranormal and ghosts are? A deceased human, soul or spirit, dimensional crossover, timestamp that repeats itself, a mix of the few, a different one that I didn't name?
Sure.
What is your thoughts on the paranormal and ghosts?
Okay, so my thought is this. I'm going to separate ghosts.
Yes.
And I'm going to separate them and maybe poltergeist, demonic like activity. That stuff taken out of it for right now. Just your normal ghosts, like what we saw at what I saw, I should say. They don't harm you. They're just there. As ghost hunters and actual ghost hunters say, that you got residual, you've got intelligent. The residual just go about their normal tasks like they would have done in life, and intelligent are aware that they're doing and they interact. Now, I think that us as human beings, while I do believe we are just animals, and I do believe that we're just blood, flesh, and electricity in a brain, I think that somehow we have enough energy that we impact onto this world, that if a person has enough of this energy, after they pass, that energy maybe goes somewhere. Because before you're born, Ryan and I were kind of talking about this the other day, before you're born, you don't remember anything. There was nothing to you. But obviously, as we know, there's been centuries. And
I remember.
That was a good joke. I like that. We don't remember, but that energy wasn't created yet. Now we have this lasting energy. This energy, part of me says, yeah, once that electricity stops firing, that's it. This is just a meat sack on the ground now. But I think that the explanation for ghosts could be that energy actually continues. It leaves our body and is free to roam around, maybe.
Could it be?
But I think if there's impactful events that leave a stain on time, to quote my father.
Wow, I was just going to use that. Staying on time.
Yes. I I believe this theory from him, and he liked to point it out that I took credit for it on accident.
Not anymore.
No. Credit to you, Dad. That there was an event or something that happened so maybe horrific or traumatic or something like a murder or something, where there was a stain on time of that energy. The demonic ones, I don't have an explanation for.
Okay.
Some kind of evil force, maybe. But some kind of energy from us humans, whether it is just escaped and looking for somewhere to go, or thinks it's still there doing its things and passes through and, washes the dishes in your own kitchen that you see every day, or whatever. That's my thoughts on it, scatterbrainedly.
Did you see a ghost washing your dishes?
No, but you see one.
I'm not doing my dishes. I wish they would.
Just using the bathroom in your hallway.
Yeah. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
What do you think?
Staying on time theory, definitely.
Yeah.
For the residual.
Yes.
Not the intelligent.
Yes.
So it's just something that's going about its same routine whenever you see it. Yes, something horrific happened. Maybe even not, because some of the stuff is not horrific. It's just
no, and that's why I think that people sometimes maybe have enough of this energy.
Positive energy, negative energy.
Exactly.
It's energy.
Yes.
And it's actually been shown that if you talk, like if you have plants or rice, do this trick with rice. Fill up, cook rice. I think you cook the rice. Either way, you fill up 2 jars. One you have nice, one you have mean. And every day you wake up and you say 3 nice things to the nice one, 3 mean things to the other one. Okay. And the mean one starts molding and turns yellow, and the nice one stays white. Really? Same thing with plants. You talk nice to plants, they grow more. I feel there is energy that we exude. If I'm in a great mood, you are in a great mood.
Sure.
Or at least a better mood than before. It's the same thing I do with my training business. Someone's having a bad day, I try to just plow through with having a good day. It brings them up. They leave happier. That's all the stuff I believe in. So energy, I believe we have it and we can project it out. Good, negative, bad, positive, pessimistic, all of it. Yeah. Project it out. So I do believe that our energy when we die can stay on this earth. Yeah. That's for the residual and the intelligent. Now we're going to talk about demonic. Yeah. For demonic, I feel it's a different dimension. I feel it's something crossing over. Now, I say that because if you remember when I was at Annalicia's, my sister.
Your fun times.
And all that stuff is happening. And then eventually I told it to, you're not welcome here, leave. Like I can't remember when, it's been such a long time ago. I saw it in some documentary to tell it to leave and be firm with what you say. Anyways. And then the boom that resonated, and then no activity after that for them. I didn't live there. So they said there was no activity after that.
Yeah.
With that, I feel like some places, whether it's energy, location of the earth, grid lines, all that theory.
Yep.
I think there are just natural spots where there are, whether there's already a portal there or there's a perfect storm for a portal to be there that's open to another dimension that has these demonic type things, or just anything, because it's not all demonic, but coming in and coming to our world is what I'm trying to say. That we can't see because we don't see in a fourth dimension. So, and then when I tell it to leave and you're not welcome here, the portal, and a loud cannon-sized boom that shook the house and the windows,
fucking wild,
closes, and then you don't have that activity anymore because there's no window there. There's no portal there to another dimension.
Yeah.
That's my theory. There's no scientific basis off it. It's just me rambling on as a crazy motherfucker.
That's what this is. Yeah. We're crazy motherfuckers together.
But that's my theory.
I like that. I've never put any thought into what demonic stuff could be, because I don't think it's from a place in the middle of the earth where you're gonna burn. But
Agreed.
but it's definitely something evil, malevolent.
And now witnessing some of it, my own. Like I've witnessed ghost stuff, obviously with her and all that. I've never witnessed the malevolent, and
you get a different feeling.
It's
inside,
it's
right? It's
not pleasant.
No.
The times I'm in my apartment and I just feel like there's something there. I felt that feeling before, obviously, from Grandma's house. I feel that feeling before, but it's never been like, shit, something's here and it's not friendly. It's always just been like, something's here. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
In this apartment, it does not feel good.
No.
There's just something off. And every time I have one of those episodes, as we've talked about, it's just, it's terrifying. I've been terrified in my life, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But not from something like this. Never to walk in the dark. I have to put a flashlight on now when I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night if I have to go. I never would do that in the past.
Right.
It just does not feel friendly.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's part of this world. This dimension, not the world. Dimension.
Yeah, I got you.
It's just my thoughts.
No, I like that. Like I said, never gave any thought to it, but I know I really like that theory. It's quite interesting.
I have no basis or scientific fact on it.
No, but it's a good thought.
The same thing with the Sirius star. I have no scientific fact, just what I observed. A lot of good stuff we have going on today. What's your next question?
My next question. Let's see. I have some good ones here. Let's see.
I got two more I'd like to hit. So if you get two more or one more, however many you want to do.
Yeah, I got two more. One's a follow-up to the first one.
Beautiful. All right.
If there is life out there,
okay,
do you believe that they haven't made direct contact with us yet because of their insufficient technology, omnipotence, or nefarious gains, or other reasons?
I think kind of all of the above, because I don't think there's just one life force out there.
Sure.
I think there are ones that are more technologically advanced than others. I think there's probably 3 or 4 based off all the accounts of reptilians, off of Greys, Nordics, and there's a fourth one I can't think of. Anyways, I think there's 3 or 4 species of aliens that have technological capabilities to reach us, and this theory of the war
for Earth.
I don't know if it's war for Earth, because that's very egotistical, and very, Earthlings of us. Everything revolves around us.
We're fascinated.
I think it's just a war.
Sure.
I don't think it's just for us. I think there's just a war.
We probably got some good resources.
And there are friends and non-friends and friendly.
Do we call those enemies?
Yeah, you got it. But yeah, so I think the ones that haven't reached us, are just not technologically advanced enough to, kind of like we are not technologically advanced yet to reach them.
Yes.
It's the same principle. We're technologically advanced, but not to that level.
Sure.
Are we getting there? Absolutely. Keep going, Elon Musk. Keep going, all the other people. But Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're like us. They're just not in different very different stages of our evolution.
Gotcha,
I think there are ones out there.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, one thought I have is say we legitimately have not had any contact. Just in a hypothetical, say there's none at all so far, but they are out there. Say the thinking I think on that is that, and now when I say direct contact, I mean that they haven't literally landed in New York City, came out and been like, "What is up, bitches? Suck it," you know? Yeah. Not like, hey, secret shady dealings with the government and stuff. Yeah. But
another whole conspiracy episode we could get into.
Exactly. It took us from what we believe the Big Bang to now to get to the point where we are now.
Yes.
What if it takes that same amount of time for elsewhere in the universe, and we are all at stages of development? Now, granted, you can say like they have bigger brains and are more advanced early on and didn't get held back because of stories and stuff, but because you know what I mean. I was trying to walk around it, but maybe that's a reason. But when I say omnipotence, I think maybe I do have a thinking that maybe we are looked at as maybe not a science experiment, but maybe something like, I hate to say the word zoo, but as something to see where we can go. You know what I mean? There's movies and TVs you see where they're like, hey, until they reach this certain point technologically, we can't do anything with them because they need to get there on their own.
And we'll guide
prove or something, That's just the hypothetical thought provoking.
I mean, if you think about the grand scheme of the Earth, how long the Earth has been here, and how many, like, we weren't the first creatures. Dinosaurs, we had probably stuff before that.
In the grand scheme of the universe, Earth is young.
In the grand scheme of the Earth itself, human race has been on this planet a blip.
Not even.
So think about a race that's been on it 4, 5, 6 times as long as we have already, which is still a blip in consideration of our, because the dinosaurs were on the Earth for how long? Like 1 million years or something like that?
More than that.
Millions of years.
Yeah.
We haven't even been on there.
And the only reason
thousands.
Right, and the only reason why they're not is because of a fucking asteroid.
Yeah.
So like what they would
regardless,
what would they have been if they hadn't been taken out? And what would we have came? No.
My question is, was that asteroid, because there wasn't human race back in the dinosaurs that we know of. Maybe the asteroid had some kind of bacteria or something that helped spark our life, Right. Anyways, so grand scheme of things, I think we're in our infantile state still as a race. Now we're trying to vastly fucking kill that off as quickly as possible, but if we don't, the possibilities I think are endless. All right, I have a cryptid question, or did you want to do the follow-up question? Then I'll do my two.
No, I'm just gonna skip mine because I think we kind of talked about it. I just said,
okay,
that the government, we both kind of believe that the government, that there actually has been contact and the government's been hiding it all. Yes. So
they might be even in the government as transforming. Do you believe that some cryptids are actually physical creatures that are yet to be discovered or are part of a cover-up by the government? Or do you think that they are all a manifestation from people's minds, much in the way tulpas are?
I hate when you say that word in my place. Maybe you created one. Kind of picked up since we started talking more about it.
About what?
Yeah, some cryptids I think are legitimate flesh and blood animals. Nessie, obviously Bigfoot, Gigantopithecus,
Orang Pendek.
Yeah, that fucker. That will forever have a stain in my head.
Don't you ever quiz me on something I made up that wasn't actually made up.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them like that I think are legit.
What about the Kraken?
Kraken, that was legit. You bastard. Fuckers. Check out Patreon, folks. But other ones, whether they're real or not. I think other ones are definitely some kind of manifestation, maybe is a good way to put it. Whether it's manifesting in people's imaginations. They're like, the darkness looks like an outline to me.
Right.
You know, but it's really just a tree.
And you could do that you could do that experiment any day you want. Just think something's there, and then it kind of just all of a sudden your mind puts it together and it's there.
Right.
So,
but ones that are like legitimate, like, hey, shit, this is a definite logical next step. It's flesh and blood, Bigfoot, legitimate next step.
Right.
You know, but yeah,
I agree. I think mix, of course, too. I think
Sure.
a lot of them are just a manifestation of people's imaginations that they want to see something. Therefore, they do.
Yeah.
I think Bigfoot is a real thing. Well, why haven't we seen him? We have.
This motherfucker's smart and he knows how to hide from us.
I think it's not. I don't think it's a mixing link. I think it's. So when we were pre-civilization, we were Neanderthals and all that stuff.
Yep.
There were multiple different. I don't want to say creatures because we're humans. Multiple different types of human beings out there.
Yeah.
Some bigger, some taller, some hobbit size, some giant ones.
What the fuck is that called? Classifications?
We'll go with that, yeah.
I think that's wrong.
Regardless, are we so naive to think that we were the only ones to possibly?
No. Right, exactly.
So why is it why can't one of the other Neanderthal or species or whatever classifications have evolved like us, but in a different way, of course?
Yeah.
Still animalistic in nature, but still intelligent as an ape is.
Right.
And knows how to hide and get away from people and move through. There's so many sightings of the creature.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Like, say you got that straight path. You've got, say, the Bigfoot that we know now. You trace him directly back.
Yeah.
You get to one specific point. Apes, gorillas, chimpanzees all branch off this way, and we branch off this way. And you get the animal side on one side, and you get the, we'll call it human side on this side.
Yeah.
But that straight path came through, and it's got half and half of both still.
Well,
but it's just like the full part and the full part left of each. You know what I mean?
I do, because they say, I mean, obviously not the religious.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't roll my eyes.
Religious aspect of it. Take our religion. They say we evolved from an ape. Then why are there still apes? And why are there like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different varieties of said apes?
Well, I've had.
No, I'm trying to say I agree with you.
I know.
Just in a weird way.
Yeah. No, I agree. I've had this conversation with not a debate, but people who do not believe in evolution. Because they always say, well, why are there still apes? Well, we didn't evolve from apes. Apes and us evolved from a common ancestor. What if that common ancestor is a Sasquatch?
Right.
And they had a different, they came from a common ancestor too, but they're more closely related to their common ancestor because maybe they didn't need to evolve as much. And, like an ape, they didn't evolve as much. But yes, we are on the same page.
Maybe the aliens came down and genetically helped engineer us. Another conspiracy theorist that we'll get into.
A UFO just hovers over Earth and just you see a pod comes down and a Bigfoot walks out and just a lot of fucking woods here. I like this. I can get down with this.
Yeah, not anymore. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry,
buddy.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
People
Randy.
are fucked.
Randy in his hole. All right. Now that question kind of leads into the next one. I know we kind of went off on a tangent, but the last question.
A little bit.
$1 million question.
Yeah.
With the advances in photography, why can't we take a clear picture of any of these fucking creatures? That was my follow-up to that.
That is an excellent question.
I mean, look at our phones. I can zoom in on a star. We can zoom in on a moon to make it look beautiful.
Yeah.
Why can't we take a clear fucking photo? Now, why can't we take a clear fucking photo of Sasquatch, of Nessie, of anything that you think is actually out there? Okay. And I'm not talking UFOs because I get why you can't take a clear photo of a UFO because they're fucking quick. And by the time you get your phone up there, you're
gone.
Yeah.
To quote actor Dan Akroyd.
Dan Akroyd
likes this world like us. He did an interview on Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay.
He was talking about this because Joe Rogan asked him a very similar question. And he said, but instead of like cryptids and stuff, he asked why we can't get good picture UFOs.
Yes.
With our technology. And Dan Akroyd said, how often, and this affected my life, he said, how often do you actually spend looking at the sky nowadays? Mm-hmm. He goes, we're on our phones all the time. We're always looking down. We're inside working a lot. I'm doing a bad job of quoting it, but this was the gist of it. He goes, how often do you actually look at the sky anymore? And I heard that, and I was like, damn, he's actually right. Like, of course we're not going to see this stuff if we're missing it constantly, walking, looking down. Not that everybody's like that, but
most people are. Every time I go shopping, all I see is people with their heads down. I'm like, I want to say hi to you, dude.
Right. I lucked out, and I have a job where a lot of times I'm working outside, and I get to be outside in nature. But not everybody can do that.
Yeah. I can.
Right. That
was so nice. That was one of the nicest things about the vacation was I was able to just enjoy the stars, enjoy the weather, enjoy being outside, not looking at my phone constantly.
Right. So I'm sorry. I was saying I made a point of it after listening to that many opportunities, mostly when I'm driving, not that I'm being distracted while driving, but I make a point nowadays in my life to look up more. Yeah. Look up and see what I see more.
That was a rumble strip, by the way.
Where was I going with this originally?
Don't know.
That was at least the UFO thing. A long way around to it. The other way is you're in the woods, my friend, and you see a Bigfoot peek out of the woods, or even worse, just walk out in front of you and just square up. You're going to be like, pause for a picture real quick, my friend. Or are you going to turn tail and fucking scurry?
I
could tell you real quick that as fascinated as I would be, I would shit my goddamn pants and be like, fuck this shit and get the fuck out of there. Now, me being me, I would try my damnedest to take a picture while running behind. Be like, oh shit, no! Do my best. But I think a lot of that kind of stuff, it probably it's a fight or flight response,
Yes.
At least that's my opinion. The long story of it. 10 minutes later.
You're fine. So I do agree. How many times you walk in, even when looking for, like we did, our phones aren't out doing this the whole time.
Exactly.
So you have to have time to do it. But now you have those photos or videos of it far away. Like you have plenty of time to whip out your phone. You're not in any threat or danger at that moment. You can do it. They're still blurry.
Yeah.
Is that just a shitty phone? Like they have an iPhone or something?
Maybe. I'm on the dark side now.
I think it's actually the light side nowadays.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not going to get into phones, but let's just say there's been a massive switch over the last couple of years. iPhone, you're going down, bitch. So that was the last question I had.
Well, that's fascinating.
Because it is something that always bothered me. There's just a clear photo.
I think it's just
I want a clear fucking photo.
I think it's just opportunity moments.
Of course. Let's say me and you are in the woods and we have these great phones with great fucking pictures and we take a crystal clear, beautiful photo of a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
How many people are believing it?
Exactly.
That's the other stand. It's the same thing with UFOs. Picture. All these UFO things, they have a good picture. That's fake. It's computer generated or something like that.
Right, because it's too perfect.
So now you have two.
I didn't think of that. That makes sense.
Because there are a lot of photos out there that actually are clear that are told are faked. Now, they could be. I'm not saying they aren't.
Right. Just
saying, if we took a clear photo, would then it be scrutinized and called fake, even if it isn't fake?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're going to leave you with that thought.
Let us know if there's anything you want to share input-wise on any of the questions we had. We definitely want to hear your thoughts. You can comment on the Monday episode post of this. That's a great place to reach us.
Yes, sir.
Our Facebook posts of this. We have a community. You run the Facebook post.
I do.
We have a group, right?
We are almost at 150 now.
Perfect. We have a Facebook group, is what it's called, though, right? The Don't Touch My.
Yeah, because there's one that I have to invite you in. Don't go to that one. I can't figure out how to delete it. I think it's called a group that you can just.
I don't use Facebook.
We're gonna go with group. Just Don't Touch My Sasquatch podcast.
Facebook page.
It is the logo.
Yeah. If you're on our YouTube watching this video live, first off, how's it going? Check the beard. Second off, comment below, and we'll talk to you about it there.
And as for our Patreon listeners, we love you. Keep submitting those questions. We would love to start using your questions for episodes like this.
Keep it up.
Therefore, do it.
Do it. Ladies and gentlemen, and Squatches, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode. If you would like to reach out to us and let us know your thoughts or opinions, you can do so by finding us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. Links are in the show notes below. And I'm just remembering that I can see you, for one, but two,
I know.
a little change in this outro for you here.
All
this
right,
is going to be a little different.
All right.
If you enjoy what it's
different.
It's way
Look
different.
at that.
Look at I didn't do that before.
Wow.
If you-
Skiddly beep bop dee up.
Got a little background sound now. If you enjoy what we do here at Don't Touch My Sasquatch and would like to support us, join our Patreon to get bi-weekly bonus shows, discounts on merch, exclusive Patreon-only content, and lots more to come. Hit the subscribe button for auto downloads to listen first thing every Monday morning. Mm-hmm. You could drop us a 5-star rating and write us a review. Tell us what you love and how you are enjoying the show. You share your thoughts on Share Us. Nope.
Yes.
That's where it's new. Share us on your socials and tell your cryptid-loving friends and family about us. If you got a cryptid lover, old Uncle Jim Bob, he thinks he saw Bigfoot out in the woods, but he just got an iPhone.
Let him hear
it. Let us know.
First off, he needs to switch to a fucking Samsung.
Okay.
Or Google Pixel. Those are pretty good too now.
I guess so. So yeah, tell your friends about us.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Do it now.
This all will help us to grow and bring you guys more content for you to enjoy, like investigations this year.
Including you in the episodes.
Inclusion in the episodes.
Interviews.
Interviews, yes. We got a lot of cool people that we want to talk to.
That is something that outside of that investigation I want to do.
Yes.
Definitely before the end of the year, I want at least one interview with an expert.
Perfect.
How about you?
I do.
All right.
Fascinating.
Cool.
Awesome. Join us next Monday for our next incredible episode.
Also, subscribe and like the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah. You always forget that.
Well, you're the YouTube guy. My bad.
It's all right. Sorry.
You may rate us, review us, but remember to always stay curious, be vigilant, and don't touch my Sasquatch.
His fur's on fire.
Ooh.
It's Randy.
Souffle, Randy.
Woo. Peace.
See ya. And now the recording's a go.
All right, we're good everywhere. 4 videos and a recording. And cords everywhere, lights. Wow, we really just fucking stepped up a game since I got back from vacay. It's cool. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's wonderful. Awesome. Garbage can.
Garbage can, he says. Sirius star viewing angles. Viewing. I'm going to secretly put in our location, not telling the listeners. Night sky.
Bangladesh. And go with the bees.
I'm sorry. Sorry,
You're fine.
everybody. I just need to do
Sorry.
Bye. Oh, wait, I can keep that going from.
I had to get close to the mic.
I burped.
Yeah. I'm freak up. He honk. Just all the noises.
That's what you do all the time.
Yes, sir. I forgot about the whole outro thing. I struggled with that. I was like, yeah. He's on fire today. I forgot what the fuck we talked about.
That's some funny shit.
All right, turn off all 4 cameras. 1, 2, 3. Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. We're orbiting the black. When they're orbiting the black hole, it went down to.
I need a mute button.
Yeah.